Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is August 28th. August 28th. How did that happen so fast? Anyway, it did. But here we are in Franklin, Massachusetts on this lovely Friday morning. It's a little bit cloudy here and a little bit humid, but it's still summer, thank goodness. I'm so glad that it's still summer because you know how I feel about summer. Anyway, we are going to start momentarily. You done in 45. Okay. I hope that you're popping on because I'm hoping that my Facebook is now working. So this is good news. I had a wonderful conversation with my dear friend Jamie at Switcher. He's amazing and he's just so kind and he helped me. And so I think it's fixed. The only thing that's not fixed is my camera. Good morning, Beth. Good morning. Where are you watching from, Beth? I'm just curious if you can tell me where you are coming in on. That would be helpful. It is 10 o'clock, so let us get started. So let me pull this over and show you what I sent out in my my newsletter this week. We've got Christmas number 9 with this cute little snowman. And then we've got this Thanksgiving card that I designed this week. So I think what I'm probably first going to do is I'm going to start with the Thanksgiving card. So let me get my little snowman over here. And Beth, if you can just, I know it's delayed timing here, but if you can let me know where. Hey, Barbara, good morning, good morning, good morning from Northern Maine. How are you doing, Barbara? Getting excited about our reunion. Barbara and I graduated from Northbridge High School in 1966. And we are having our 60th reunion on September 26th. So it's very exciting. And Barbara is coming all the way from Millinocket, Maine. All right, so let us get started. But if you, Beth and Barbara, if you can tell me where you're coming from, Facebook or YouTube, that would be really helpful. Hopefully it's either one, but I want to make sure that the Facebook is working. All right, but let's get started with our Thanksgiving card. So here's my 9.5 by 5.5. It's scored, and now I'm going to give it a fold, and we're going to crisp it up perfectly like this. There we go. And make sure that's nice. It is. Now, I have to tell you that this week, when I made the card, YouTube, thank you, Beth, and Facebook, yay, whoo, it's working, yippee, yippee, yippee. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so here we go. So this week, when I sent my newsletter out, I sent it, and I used the this Softly Woven, which is one of my new embossing folders, which I love. And I did it in white because I like white on white. And I thought this was pretty. And yes, a lot of people did think it was pretty this week when they came to class. But they also suggested to make it look a little bit more fall-like, how about if we added some color into it? So one of the things that they suggested was good morning, Nancy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. One was to use basic beige, so I did one in basic beige. Actually, let me see if I can just take this off very carefully. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this off or not. I'm not going to take it off. But anyway, this is basic beige, and actually I can show you the little piece of the Glow of Harvest paper on top of that. So there is that one. Good morning, Jan. Jan, welcome, welcome, welcome. My other Canadian sister, Beth and Jan, welcome. Thank you so much. Or they also suggested, how about using Golden Glow? So here's the Golden Glow version right here. And that brings out the Golden Glow in the leaves. That looked really nice. And then I liked the Flirty Flamingo because the Flirty Flamingo pulls out the color of the flower. So this week when people come to class, they can choose what they want. But today what I think I'm going to do, because the majority of people wanted Golden Glow, so today I'm going to use Golden Glow. So let me get these out of the way. And let me get this out of the way. And we're going to start with this. So let me just take my adhesive. And we're going to add some snail. Now I could use Tombow, and I probably should have used Tombow on this because once again, this embossing folder has a lot of ups and downs with it. It's a very contoured designer embossing folder, which I absolutely love. Look at that. And this one is a little cattywampus, but this is going to be a sample and it's going to be fine. So this is going to go on like this. East and west and north and south, like that. And then I'm going to take my banners. Now I've got 3 banners here. One is, this one is a 1/2 inch by, this is 4.5. But I'm going to actually trim it down a little bit. I'm going to take this and make a banner here. I'm going to cut up here, and then I'm just going to cut this one, and then I'm going to turn it around and cut this one. Jan, I'm glad you popped on this week. I'm glad you were able to do that. All right, there we go. And I love my Canadian friends. And who knows, we might be South Canada soon. Ha ha ha. Anyway, okay. Wait a minute, this isn't quite right. Let me just trim this off just a little bit. I just got this off a little cattywampus, so let me just fix this. Let's see. Because these are the things that would drive me a little bit nuts. Whoops. Like that little piece of paper that just got stuck right like that. There we go. That's much better. Now I shall add some adhesive to this. And I'm going to put this on about right here. There we go. You know what? This is really bothering me that this is so off. Let's just see if I can take this off. And if I can just cut this out just to make it even, because yes, indeedy, it is, the eyeball is saying, Barbara, that is cattywampus, and it's not really great. So let's just see if I can trim a little bit of this off to make this straight and even with my little cutter. I love this little cutter. I wish we sold them. We don't, but that's okay. You can get them from other companies. All right, that looks better. Now let me get this side. Now it is going to be a little bit smaller, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. On the ones that I do this week for my class, it will be perfect. Sometimes I'm doing my samples way late at night, and you know how that can be. You can get a little bit off on your precision, but it's okay because we can fix it, because there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. None, 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 none. And then one more cut on this side, and I am going to be truly a happy camper. Let me just get this in. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, I know I was doing that with adhesive on my cutter. I'll take care of that later with my Goop Be Gone. Haha. Do you want to be another province? I think so, Jan. We'll see what happens. Oh boy, I don't want to get political. Okay, all right, moving right along. Let me see. Now, I think what I probably should do is just take my adhesive removal, which this is an incredible tool. We don't sell these anymore, but you can get them at your craft stores. And it really works nice. You know, the whole trick of this is you go in one direction. Don't go back and forth, because you will pull your paper. At least that's been my experience. Maybe you're better at it than I am, but I don't go back and forth. And then when I have all these little goobers on it, I just pull it off with my fingers. And then eventually I take my my rubber scissors, the ones that we had when we cut up our rubber stamps, and I just trim a little bit of this off. I've had this probably 15, 20 years. This is crazy. Or a territory. Yeah, we'll take that too, Beth. Yep. Okay, there we go there. There we go here. And let's get this off. Let me just pull this off. There, see how nice that comes off? It really, this is an incredible tool. You know, let me add a little bit more light this morning, see if you can see it better. Okay, there's that. Perfect. Now I'm ready to put this on. And now I'm going to be much happier. Oh, I am much happier. Look at that. East, west, and north, south. You know what? Here's a little mark right here that just has to be trimmed. Okay, much better. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so that's that. Now I'm ready to put on this little piece of early espresso, and I'm going to put it maybe 2/3 of the way. Wait a minute, let me put it over here so you can see. I'm going to put it about 2/3 of the way up, like that. And that looks pretty even to me. Let me lift it up. Yep. Okay, so there's that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little piece of Glow of Harvest DSP. This is the product of the month. Isn't that stunning? Oh, God, I showed it to you last week. I absolutely love it. Oh, my gosh. And yes, you could get the Silly Old Bear set then. Yeah, absolutely. So let's get some dimensionals on this. I still wish I could send it to you. But then I might get in trouble. I don't know. I don't know if I would get in trouble even if I sent it as a gift. I have no clue. Maybe we should talk about that. Yeah, maybe we should DM me. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for popping on. Let's see if anybody else has popped on. Not yet. Okay, so here goes this. I'm going to put this on this side right here, like about here. You know what? I should be doing it like this. Wait a minute. I have to do it this way first. There we go. And you know, the other thing I really love about this softly woven folder is you have your east, west, north, south lines, and you can use that to place whatever piece of paper on top of it and make sure that it's nice and even. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Early Espresso, and I'm going to take the Thankful for You stamp, which comes from, Thankful for You comes from, where is it? It comes from Gathering Moments. This Gathering Moments, here we go. Gathering Moments stamp set right here. This is an oldie but a goodie. You can use whatever you've got, of course. And then I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it like that. Now this is a little cattywampus, but that's okay because we're going to trim it out. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to use that in a minute, but let me just bring this in so I can trim this out to make it look even, because you know how we feel about being even. There we go there. And there we go here. Just going to trim it a little tiny bit. I think I see a little spot that I have to get. Maybe I can get that with my scissors. Sometimes I can do it with, I really know how you feel about that. I wish it could be bought as, you know, part of your sales, but who knows what's going to happen. All right, I do need to take a little bit more off of this. Just a smidge. Can you see that? It's just a tiny little smidge. There we go. That's better. So let me get this out of the way. And then the same thing, I'm going to banner these ends just to make it kind of like the same. Let's see. Let me bring this in. A little snip here. This is the eyeball method. It works. There's one. And then I'm going to bring this up to this corner like that. And then we're going to come down to this side. Looks about even. And middle. And then pull this apart. There we go. Now let me take a look at that. That looks good to me. Actually, it needs a little bit more taken off the bottom. And I'm telling you, it's just a tiny little bit. See, these are the things that kind of drive me a little bit crazy. I do like to get it there. I think this is good. Oh yeah, that's going to be much better. Okay, out you go. Come on. I know there's a little sticky there. Like I said, I'll take care of that later with my Gooby Gone. Whoever invented Gooby Gone, such a great product. Okay, so now this is going to go on. Let me bring this back in. And this is going to go on with just a tiny little bit of adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive at the top because that's the part that's going to rest on my Early Espresso banner. So let me bring this in. And I'm going to bring this down like about such, like this. Whoops, bring it over a little bit more. And I'm just going to bring, I know this is upside down. I'll flip it over in a second. Okay, you know what? I do need a little bit of a dimensional on the bottom, just on the tiny, right here. That's going to be good. Okay. Oops. Little tiny pieces hanging out there. Can't have that. Cannot have that, folks. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to put it on. And I'm going to put it on right like this. Perfect. Perfect. Pat that down. Okay, now I'm going to take some of these which I absolutely love, love, love. These are the In Color dots. And I'm going to take one. I think the one that I'm going to use is going to be Crisp Cantaloupe. Yep. I'm going to take the Crisp Cantaloupe because it kind of matches. It does match. What am I saying? Kind of. It does match. Here we go. I've got two right here. So I'm going to take one small one, and I'm going to put this one right here. And then I'm going to take this large one, and I'm going to put this one down here. And then I'm going to take one more. I think I'll use a little one, and we'll come up here and put that right up here, like that. All right. I love these dots. These are the 2026, 2028 in color dots in the circles. They have them in butterflies too. I think this is really cute. And then the inside, I'm going to use Early Espresso once again, and I'm going to stamp. Whoa, I just lost my stamp. Where did it go? It just fell. Ah, where did it go? That's the craziest thing since sliced white bread. What happened? Oh my gosh. Is it on me? That's often what happens. It falls on me. Where did it go? And it's not on the floor. Oh, for goodness sakes. I just had it on the block and it popped right off. Well, okay. I'm sorry about that. I will find it, but I'm not going to waste the time to do it now. But on the inside of the card, it says, I'll bring this card back in. It says season of thanks. And then it also has the cute little in pecan pie, which I will put in. Now these could be either Queen Anne's lace or they could be the dandelions from Winnie the Pooh. Because how cute was that? My olive ball method is off kind. My head has a natural tilt to it. So everything to me looks straight, but then for other people it's crooked. So I have to work a little bit harder for straight. I understand that, Beth. I do. I get it. I totally get it. All right, so I'm going to put a little on the inside like this. How cute is that? And then my envelope is going to have the same thing on the outside. So when people get this in their mailbox, they're going to think, what is she sending me? There we go. I love Queen Anne's lace and I love dandelions. I love it when the bees come and perch themselves around my dandelion patch. We don't pull our dandelions anymore. We used to, we don't. Well, I will find that stamp later on. I'm not going to waste time. It's not on my body anyway. That is the dumbest thing. All right, anyway, so there is this one, and there is this one in the white version. And then here's the golden glow. And then, as I said, we've got basic beige and we've got flirty flamingo that can be used also. So people who are coming to my class Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday will let me know what they want. But there's that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that one's done. Now let's go to our Christmas number 9. Can you even believe? Number 9. This is the 9th week. Goodness. All right, so look at how cute this is. This is Snowman Wonder. It's an oldie but a goodie. I absolutely love it. I've used it 100 million times. Well, not that many, but a lot. So let's get all the stuff I need for that. All right, again, here is my base. You know the routine with this. Allow me to just take my paper and get it nice and folded with my bone folder. Nice crisp fold. There we go. And one side. There we go. Now I want to make sure that, oh, this has to be trimmed out. This is weird. I don't get why this happens every once in a while. I must be that when I'm scoring, my blade moves a tiny little bit and it causes the cardstock not to get cut exactly the way it needs to be. So I just take my little cutter and trim out this section because that would drive me crazy to have the paper not exactly on top of itself. So let's check this other side. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little bit of an edge here that has to be cut as well. So I do that. Let's just do that to make it nice and even. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so the next thing I did was I took the Holly embossing folder and ran a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 through it to give this holly image because obviously it's wintertime and I think it's really wicked cute. So let's add this to our base. And again, I could use, thank you, Beth. I think it is beautiful too, beautiful and simple. Okay, a little bit more. And I, like I was just saying here, I could use Tombow because of this embossing folder, but I do love my snail, and goodness knows I get lots of it. And I like the Stampin' Seal too, but I have a lot of snails, so that works. All right, so then the next thing I did was I took some Coastal Cabana DSP, and I took some silver, and this is the silver. I can't remember the name of this. Good morning, Caroline. Good morning. Welcome, 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 my friend. Thank you for popping on. I'm so glad you're with me this morning, as well as all my other friends who are here. So I'm just showing you the second card here, my little Snowman Wonder card, Christmas number 9. So I took the Peace on Earth bundle, which has the dies that I use to cut out, let me show you this, these dies to cut out these panels. And so let me just show you that. Let me get this for you. Oh, you know what I did? Oh, well, that's all right. It's okay. So here is one panel, here's the other. So this is going to get onto this, like this. And there we go. Even, look at that. I love these when they nest into each other because it just gives you so many options to make so many different pretty things. All right, so now I'm going to add some adhesive to this, and I'm going to put it onto the base. And you know what I did? I just noticed, duh. This is the Holly Berry embossing folder, but the actual embossing folder that I used on this was the one that matched this. Where is it? I don't know. Anyway, it's probably over. It doesn't matter. Either one will work fine. So I'm just going to put this on for now, but it is a different embossing folder. You can, when people come on Tuesday, Wednesday, they can choose what they want. Or maybe I'll have it already done for them. But anyway, that's going to go on like this. And I'm going to press this down because, again, I could have used Tombow, and probably that would have been a better adhesive to use because of the concave and convex nature of this embossing folder. But it still works. All right, so then what I did was I took my little snowman. I stamped him in gray granite. Look at how cute he is, or she. I think it's a she. It could be. It doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you want. And now we get to color. Oh my goodness. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Secret C, and I am going to color my little eyes here and the mouth. Just a little. And the buttons. Look at that. I think this was a perfect color to use. And also, gray granite was a great one to stamp him on, her on. Then I'm going to take Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to color in my berries like this. Oh, this Granny Apple Green. Let's use the other end. This is running out. I'll take 2 of the Christmas cards for my birthday cards. You got it, Nancy. Yep, that's another thing. When we have holiday birthdays, it's fun to make a holiday card, but make it as a birthday card. How stinking cute is that? Then we're going to add, oops, we're going to add this side. I'm going to add some red to the berries, like this, real red, like that. And then I'm going to take Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to color in my hat. Look at how cute. Oh, I think it's a she. It doesn't matter. Snowmen can be whatever sex you want them to be. Gender, whatever the word is, whatever the correct word is. Whatever it is, that's what it is. I was going to say, well, no, I won't say what I was going to say. No, we could have used the carrot for something else. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. Yes, I did. Oh, boy. All right, so here's this. Look at how pretty this is. And if you don't want this color when you come Tuesday or Wednesday, you can choose whatever you want to make for the scarf. But I kind of liked it because the background paper, the smaller DSP is Coastal Cabana. All right, so there's that. Then I'm going to color the little nose, and this is Calypso Coral. This is a really pretty, I like Calypso Coral. I think it's a really pretty color. There we go. All right, so there is our cute little, absolutely adorable little snowman. Now I'm going to add some dimensionals to him to pop him up on our little base here, our little cute little base. Let me get this on. I'm going to get more of these. I'm going to put a lot on, and actually I am going to take my little snipperinis and I'm going to trim my, thanks, Jan. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to take a real thin strip of this, cut it in half, and then I'm going to take 1/2 and I'm going to put it on one of the arms because I really want these little guys to stick out, stick up. Oh, that was good, Barb. It's exactly the right length. How did that happen? You never know. All right, now here's this one. This one's going to go on just like that. Perfect. I think the feet will be okay. Let's just try. Let me take this off now. Has everybody got a fun weekend planned? I hope so. I hope it's going to be fun or peaceful, whichever you need. Either one. All right, so this is going to come on, and we're going to put this. Look at how stinking cute this is. Wait a minute, let me fix it so you can see. I know you're looking at it upside down, but there we go. Look at how cute. Now, of course, I'm not done. Got to get some Winky on here, so I can do the Winky upside down. I'm going to wink her scarf and her hat and her berries, her holly berries. And of course, the nose has to be done. And then the eyes, look at that, little dots. Here we go. Here we go. And then I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take some of our metallic, this is pearlized enamel, it's metallic, and I'm going to take my little, hey Kitty, good morning Kitty, welcome aboard. So glad you're with me this morning. Nice for you to join in from Florida, from nice warm Florida. Okay, so there's this, and whoops, I almost knocked my water over. That wouldn't have been very good. Now I need a tool, so I'm just going to take this, I'm going to take this paper clip that I've got and that I stretched out, and you can see my little dot of the pearlized red enamel, and I'm just going to get a little bit of it. This is a little tiny bit. Call it they or them, right? They or them. I know, I get so confused. And I'm just going to give it a dot here, and a dot here, and a dot here, and look at this. 3 cute little, look at that. Can you see that? I'm going to bring it up. 3 cute little, whoops. There, the dots, the little berries, individual. Now, this is going to take a little while to dry, so I'm just going to remove that from my premises right here. I've got a baby wipe. I'm just going to take this and wipe that off, put this back. And then the beauty of our silicone pads, you just take this and wipe it, and voila, completely done. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Now, the inside of the card, I'm going to stamp it with 2 things. I'm going to stamp it with this wonderful little message that says, sending, what's it say here? It says, sending you blessings, peace, and magic for this Christmas season. And I'm going to stamp it in Coastal Cabana. So let me get this opened. And I probably will have this on my positioner this week because I think a lot of people will be doing this. So we'll have it on the positioner. All right, but there we go. Let's see what happens. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then the next one is I'm going to take snowflakes, and I'm just going to stamp snowflakes on it like that. And I'm going to take my envelope, and I'm going to do the same thing. Lots of snowflakes. Not that I want snow right now, but you know how that goes. We are doing our Christmas projects. Look at lots of them. Actually, I'm going to put some more on the back. Why not? Because we can. When somebody goes to the mailbox and they get this card, they're going to be very excited because it's not a bill. It's a well wish. All right, so there is that. But then there's one last thing that we have to do. We are going to add some gems to give this a little bit more pizzazz. So my gems of choice for this card will be jewels. Bright and sherry and shiny, and I love them. So let's just start out here. Let's see. Whoops. Come on. Off we go. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put another one here. You can put as many as you want. Actually, the holly looks great because this is holly. Oh, did I stamp? Oh, that wasn't very good, Barbara. Let me see if I can pull this off. I can't. I made a little tiny faux pas. So what we're going to do is take my, let's see, where is it? My white, here it is, my white pen. And I'm going to see if I can just go over this. Yep, I can. Look at that. See, there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. And if there were, if this didn't come off, I would just make a new snowman. But anyway, that white gel pen took care of that. Not a problem. All right, let's add another big one. Let's put this one down here. And then let's add some little ones. Now, I like the fact that these are on a strip, because you can take this with your pick tool and just separate the adhesive, and it picks up very nicely. I think I'll put another one here. And one more. Let's see. What's the number? We've got 3, 4, 5. Oops. Maybe 5 is, yep, 5 is the number. Okay, I think that's good. What do you think? How stinking cute is this? Isn't that adorable? It's just sweet. Look at the face. Look at that cute little snowman's face. And then on the inside, we've got a sweet message for your friends that you're sending this to. I love it. I think it's so pretty. So, my friends, these are the cards that we're going to be doing next week. This one and this one. And again, you're going to have your choice of whatever you want for the backing. Some people have already told me what they want, so that's good. So, that is the story today, my friends. Next week, I've already got, you want to see a sneak peek? All right, I'm going to show you. This is going to be for 2 weeks. This card, I've had some people who like to celebrate Christmas for the religious reasons. So look at this card that I just came up with this morning. Can you see that? It says, wise men still seek him. And this is a die. This is not a Stampin' Up! Die. This is one that my friend Donna, Donna is on here, she gave to me last year, and I had never used it, so I thought we'd use it this week. So there's one. And then I've got another one with a Santa hat. Stinking cute. So anyway, that's what we're going to do next week. And we'll have another one as well. I am going to publish a class. I'm going to have a separate product class for Halloween projects, because I have a few people. Yes, you can watch this from the beginning, Kitty, of course. Yep, you can watch the whole thing, either on Facebook or on YouTube, either. So as I was saying, I'm going to have a Halloween class, because I've had a number of people who want to make the Halloween hat. Well, let me show you it. It's so cute. It would look really cute as on your table, or an end table, or in your hallway when the little hobgoblins come, or whatever. Or, so here it is. Can you see? There it is. I added a little bit of, I changed it up a little tiny bit. But anyway, that's what it looks like. But the other thing is, you can wear it as a hat. Look at this. When the hobgoblins... Wait a minute. Let me put it on this way. Okay, there we go. How's that? You could put it on like this, okay? So it's a really cute hat, but it would really look cute on the table. Maybe you could surround it with some pumpkins or whatever, but it's cute. All right, so that's the story for this week. I am so happy that you joined me. I'm so glad that Facebook is finally working. Thank you, Jamie from Switcher. And thank you all. I appreciate it. I will see you next Friday morning. We will be into September. But it's still going to be summer around here for a little bit longer, please. Okay. I love you all. Namaste.